So I wanted to do, it's another chit chat, but I like doing these because, as I said in the past, I like to look back on these videos and see how far I've come. And I actually like to watch my own videos sometimes to see like how bad it was 3 or 4 months ago and like where I've gone. So this is going to be called an end of August wrap up video. I'll tell you what, the past 4 to 5 months for my family were incredibly hard. They were a test of our faith, a test of our patience, a test of, like, you name it. There was a test. I'm just trying to see something real quick because my lighting really sucks. So I'm trying to see if like I can just do, that didn't work. I'm trying to look up ring lights. I know that for me, in the meantime, it was a lot of test of myself. I had to face myself in the silence. I didn't have anywhere else to go. I didn't have anything else to do. There was no escaping. It was just facing myself. And my routine was broken. My life was broken. There was a lot of things that were taken away, in the process this year. And there was a lot of things that were put in place. There was a lot of things that were, put in place of that loss. And I was really faced to learn about me. I was really faced to learn that, I have a lot of character flaws. I have a lot of things that I'm not, admitting to. One of the biggest struggles that I have is when it comes to facing responsibility. I have a really hard time with that when it comes to facing responsibility of my own emotions, my own thoughts, my own assumptions about things. And I've realized and noticed that I'm also very hypocritical. A lot of accountability. I've been taking a lot of accountability for myself and really didn't have a choice. I'm the type of person that I literally will nitpick things or someone apart, but not realize that I do the same thing, or I'm in the same situation, or, and I never did. I was just always attacking other people or attacking situations and then not realizing that I myself was doing the same damn thing or was the same way. I never took accountability for my own self. I never took accountability for my problems. Like I've said in my most recent video that I did about my 15 facts about me, I do have really, really bad obsessive compulsive disorder. And the problem with it is I get really ridiculous about things. And a lot of the times it's things that I myself do. Like example, like if my husband or my kids, leave their shoes in the middle of the living room, I'll get upset about it and not realize I do the same thing, and I'm getting angry, or the kitchen will be messy after we just ate dinner, and I start getting upset about it and I make a really big deal about it. And these things are just not that big of a deal, that these things can wait, that these things are not as important as I'm trying to make them to be. And I'm not that important, that I'm not that big of a deal, and that I'm trying to make it that way. And I'm basically just stressing myself out over these imaginary assumptions, and I'm being a hypocrite. I'll get mad at my husband for not doing the dishes, but yet I won't do them. So just things like that, like just really having to face myself, having to face the accountability of me that I had to really, and I'm still learning. I'm not sitting here saying that I got it all together. I'm not saying that I figured it all out. No, I'm not saying that. I'm still learning every single day the things that I do and the things I say and the way that I act and the environment that I create around me, through these things that I'm not taking accountability for. And it goes way back. I mean, it's almost like in every area of my life. It's in major areas. It's in petty areas. I realized too, the past 4 or 5 months, I have really low patience. And today it actually hit me pretty hard how impatient I actually am. That it's almost foolish. It's foolish impatience. That I want everything to be done quickly, my way, fast. And all in all it does is create misery for me. I'll feel embarrassed. I feel guilty. I feel ashamed. I feel foolish. Because it just causes a lot of anger and frustration from other people around me because I'm being illogical, ridiculous. And it's just not a mature move. It's just not. This is how this happened this year. Was, as you can see now, my roots are finally starting to grow out. My roots are actually probably less than maybe like an inch out now, which I'm very happy about. But this is how this happened. The red right here, that's how that happened. Was I basically, and thank God, thankfully, it didn't go after this. It didn't destroy this. It just didn't. It just came out easily, but unfortunately that's happened. But that's how it happened. It's just impatience. Just, being, impatient. Just not allowing time to do its thing. And learning along the way. I always want to change things all the time. Always wanting to, make things better. And I'm not really making anything better. I make things worse. I always think that I'm in control of so much. And the fact of the matter is that I'm not. That I'm really not in control of anything. And that I've done, you guys, I cannot stress how many regrets I have over the past 5 years of things that I have done that I wish that I could take back, and I cannot. Right down to my family, to cars, to losing vehicles, jobs, all because of my OCD, my impatience, my not just immature motives, things that I do. Just regrets. Lots of regrets. I thought somebody was standing outside going, oh, whoa, like that. What the heck? I was like, you're everybody? I know that during the luteal phase, and that's where I'm at right now, you do get really reflective, and you really do. You're supposed to get really reflective, and you're supposed to think about things, and why do I act this way? Why do I do this? And then we're supposed to take it to the next phase of our cycle, which is the menstrual and the follicular, and we implement the things that we learned from the luteal phase. So I'm happy that I'm having these things, and it's been happening this past, half a year. I'm not mad. Am I mad when it's, I'm in those moments and I'm just like, okay, like this is taking too long to do, whatever, or whatever. Yes. Yeah, I'm frustrated. I'm angry, but I'm also starting to learn to find myself. I guess that's the sum of it all, is that I'm finding myself, and I'm starting to finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm starting to finally claw myself out of the dark. And it's been a long time coming. Like I said, this year was not and hasn't been kind to our family. It's been a very difficult year. It's been stressful. But I'm starting to finally see, not even just with my family, but with myself, I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm starting to see that it's starting to clear up. The clouds are starting to clear. And it took work, you guys. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of patience. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of, I was just watching one of my vlogs from the other day. It was from June. It was a June so far video, and I was so depressed in that video. I was so depressed in that video. I had no hope in that video. I just think I just didn't see it getting any better. I just didn't. But the Lord really does work in mysterious ways, and He really does, move things around. And when things happen, of course, when we're in it, we don't see it because we're in it, and we're not, oh, it sucks. But we don't, see it when we're in it. But when down the road, we usually, we see what it was and why we went through what we went through. And I know that this past summer, and I'm saying past summer because it's going to be fall in like 4 weeks. So this past summer was a forced time of growth for me that I need to learn to carry on in the next chapter of my life. And I know that I'm not done yet. I know that there's a lot that, we're not even done with 2024. We still have like 4 months left, 3 or 4 months left. And, it is what it is. But I know that there is a lot that I have learned already in 2024. And August has been one of the most prominent months out of 2024. April and August April was kind of the end. It was like the end of a lot of things for me. And then August was the beginning. It was like the beginning of a lot of things for me. And that's what it feels like. I'm just, August was eye-opening. It was very eye-opening, and I'm learning to appreciate that instead of every time I come up against a challenge, instead of being like, I now look at it and go, okay, what is the lesson out of this? Like, what could I learn out of this? What am I learning out of this? Instead of just being like, and really looking at myself and being like, what did you learn out of this though? Like, what did you get out of that? Not looking at it and being like, oh, my life is cursed. No, it's like now I look at it and I'm like, there's a reason though. And what was that? And what lesson was that? And what growth, what new leaves did I sprout during that time? I think I'm slowly starting to get back to myself again. It's taken a long time. I'm trying really hard not to get emotional, but I can feel it coming. I have PMDD right now, so slowly starting to circle around back to me again. And I have a long way to go. Like, I really do, you guys. I still have a long way to go. But now, like I said, I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm starting to see things are starting to shape up. And I'm finding myself again. Like I said, I'm starting to feel like myself again. I now know where I want to go. I know what direction I want to take. I know what I stand for. I know what I don't stand for. It's even gone as far as like social media. Like even with my social media, I literally, when it comes to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, all that stuff, I don't have it. I do have a Snapchat, but I do not use it. I haven't used my Snapchat in like a year. I don't use TikTok. I gave up on that. It's just not for me. I do have an Instagram account and I do have a Facebook account, but my Instagram account I use more often than all my anything I've ever used. I really, really enjoy Instagram because it's more inspirational than anything, and you get a lot of ideas and stuff like that for and a lot of the women that I follow on there are very inspirational. They're very they're a lot older than me. And I like listening to older women and I like to see where they're at because they have wisdom. They've been there, done that. They already know all that crap. And so Instagram for me is very, very it's like a safe space and it's a very inspirational space for me. Facebook, on the other hand, this month, just in the month of August felt like it was a really long month. Like there's been a lot going on, but in August, I don't know what it is, but it hit me like a Mack truck with Facebook. It was like hitting a wall. And that's what it was. It was just hitting a wall. And realizing that I was putting so much validation on this. I was putting so much of myself on this to prove, like I was trying to prove something to everybody that was on there. And I was trying to fit an image that I was trying to create on this platform, and not this platform, not YouTube, but Facebook. And it kind of depressed me because I was like, what are we doing here? You're doing too much for other people. You're doing this for like an audience. You're not doing this for yourself. You're not doing it for your family. You're not, for memories. You're doing this for yourself. And I just hit a wall and I was like, you know what? I don't want to feel like this anymore. I was like, you really have to pick and choose the people that you allow in your life. Example. There was a couple of people actually that were hanging around me that didn't really serve me any purpose anymore. Basically just it ran its course. There was really nowhere else to go with the relationship. It was just kind of like dead. And I kind of just realized I was just kind of letting these people just hang around. And then it kind of started to turn toxic. And I was kind of starting to feel like I owed these people all the time. I owed them, and I didn't. I really didn't. I'm in a new sector of my life. I'm in a new chapter of my life and things like that. And that's again when I hit another wall and I was like, okay, I need to take stock of the people I'm allowing around me, because these people are not making me feel good about my life, and they're not making me feel good about me. They don't make me feel good. They're not making me feel positive. They're making me feel negative. They're bringing me down. They were non-supportive. Not there, just not there. And a couple of other people, it was fake support. It was support for a little while, but you owe me kind of thing. And it just was very, very toxic. It was a very toxic relationship. And I knew that these things needed to be cut. I knew that there was too much. I didn't have any boundaries with these people, and it was just getting too open. And in the end, I was just abusing myself. I was just abusing myself, and I was abusing my family, and because I was upset. And but the abuse to myself was just a red flag. It was a giant red flag. And I was like, this is, I'm 37 years old. I'm going on 38. I cannot continue to keep doing this. I'm not a child. I'm not a teenager. I'm not in my 20s. I am going on 40 years old. It's time to be the woman that I am. And I am a woman. And, no matter what other people think, that what anybody assumes about me, or the feelings they have about me, or the negative, rhetoric that they say in their head about me, it doesn't matter, because I am a full grown woman and I make my own decisions and I make my own choices. I have my own family. I have no, need to explain myself anymore. I don't have to explain myself anymore about things that happened 15, 20 years ago. I don't have to explain myself anymore. And nobody owes anybody anything. It's over with. And it just became, there was nothing there. And there were relationships that were one-sided, basically just being nosy. And all these people, these collective of people that I was allowing to hang around me, I was just abusing myself. I was just putting myself in a corner and, I'm not worth anything. Like, what the hell am I doing to myself? What am I doing to myself? So, I'm not gonna lie, I have been, I'm not even gonna make this up, I have been off and on with the platform of Facebook. I have been like, I come back, I leave. I come back, I leave. And I continue to keep doing it. And even today, I had a moment where I was like, oh, I just wanted to, turn it back off again. The reason why is because I just feel it's such a useless platform that there is no use to it anymore. It's just basically, what I use it for is school announcements. I use it to follow my school, or my kids' school, neighborhood announcement, things like that, things that are in the neighborhood. And I use it for Facebook Marketplace because I have found a lot of good stuff on Facebook Marketplace. But other than that, it's just a useless platform. It's just, people have been getting hacked. They've been getting their profiles cloned. People have been getting private information stolen from them. I had a whole entire freaking profile taken from me back in 2022. The whole entire thing taken. All my kids' videos, pictures, wedding photos, everything gone. And the profile is still there. Facebook never deleted it. They won't delete it because whoever has access to that account has been logging into it periodically to make it look like it's active. And I have contacted Facebook about it. I've reported the profile. Facebook doesn't do anything about it. They just let the profile sit there and continue to let this person hack the account, and they just allow it. So I don't trust Facebook anymore. I feel like they're a part of it. I feel like they just kind of steal people's profiles and they run with them. And then they just do whatever they want. And there's a thing called the dark web. And that's one of my biggest worries, is my children's photos being someplace they shouldn't be. So it's very, August was obviously, as you can tell, it was a very month of growth. It was a month of realization. And I'm excited for the month of not even the month of September. I'm excited for the season of autumn, and to take all these things that I learned this summer and August and really just utilize them in the next, I think it's 4 months. Where are we? September, August, September, November, December. Yeah, 4 months. And the next 4 months. And I've learned a lot. And I'm not mad about it. I'm not. August was a month of learning. And so update on my truck, in case anybody was wondering. My husband fixed it. He got everything done on it. It was a complete success. We called it his little surgery. It was a complete success. We got the tire fixed, everything, got all the new parts on it. That happened last weekend. And then my husband found out that he has a brake issue. So my husband wants to get those fixed, obviously, because I ain't driving around without brakes. So we have to get this brake issue fixed, and then I want to put a new alternator in it, but my husband said it's not needed. He says that he doesn't think he needs one, but so far that's pretty much about it. We're not sure about all the other little tiny things on it, like heat. I mean, it's not tiny, but like we're not really sure if the heat's working or not, because when they checked it, It was like 90 something degrees outside with humidity. So my husband wasn't sure if it was just blowing out outside hot air into the truck. So he wants to wait until it gets like a cold day and then just obviously check it. So there's like some tiny things that need to be fixed. There's like some little things. But other than that, he is not giving my husband a hard time. It hasn't been difficult or anything like that. And my husband is thinking that it should be home. We're hoping the second week of September, if not the end of this month. Hopefully, we don't know. My dad's kind of being a pain in the butt about it. He keeps kind of getting in the way, and he doesn't like want my husband at the garage. He wants to be there so he can help. And he's, I don't know, my dad's just, you know, he's 67 years old and he's stuck in his ways. So it's becoming kind of like a family project. Like everybody's kind of working on this truck. So all I know is that when it does get put together completely and he's done, it's going to be like top notch. So it's going to be like it's brand new all over again. But yeah, that's the update on the truck. As far as everything else goes, my husband did actually get a job in August too. August is crazy. My husband got a job and he is working actually his old job. He's working, it's not really construction, but it's kind of like the same thing. That happened in August, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's pretty much updates on those two giant things. So yeah, that was one of the things I kept talking about the past 3 or 4 months, was just our financial issues, things like that. So that is my August wrap-up video, and I will, next time I make a video, it either be a mukbang or it'll be a September video. I thank you for the people that are subscribing to my channel. Still can't get past 457. I don't know what the heck's going on. I kind of just stalled. If you were watching this video, please subscribe to my channel. Just hit the subscribe button. And, you know, welcome to the family. I know I've been getting views on my videos, but nobody's really subscribing, so I don't know. All right, hope to speak to y'all again soon, and thank you for watching.